Hey, what's happening, YouTubers? We're back with a brand new action figure review, and today we're going to take a look at the new NECA Ultimate Action Figure Black Noir from the Amazon TV show The Boys. I just got this in today from Target, but without further ado, like we always do, we're going to get started with the box art first. So on the front of the box, you see the Boys logo at the top, Black Noir in the middle, Ultimate Action Figure in the bottom. You see like the textured outline around his name like you've seen before in the Homelander and Starlight one. And I'll be honest, this font kind of looks like the Black Panther font, or is that just me? Then on the side of the box, you see the Black Noir name on the top, and then on the bottom, Ultimate Action Figure. And then on the back of the box, you see the 7 at the top, his name right there, and then a little read-up. It says, silent, stealthy, and enigmatic, Black Noir is the 7th superpowered ninja. His super strength and heightened senses, such as his razor-sharp hearing, are matched only by his proficiency in martial arts. Criminals run in terror at the mere mention of his name. Little is known about this lethal warrior other than his having trained with a master sensei to become the death dealer that he is today. Whatever lies behind Black Noir's mask is a complete mystery, which only makes him more terrifying. Then, of course, you see other promo images of the figure right here, and I like how it says Vought International right there. Includes 2 knives and 6 interchangeable hands. And then if I open the flap right here, you can see the image window of the figure, and then a promo shot of the figure right here. All right, that's enough about the box art. Let's go and get Black Noir out of the box. All right, here's Black Noir out of the box. Before we take a look at his accessories first, I just kind of want to address the elephant in the room. That crotch piece is insanely, over accentuated in my opinion. I'm not trying to be disrespectful towards NECA or the sculptors. I just think that crotch piece could have been a little bit smaller. Just for references, here is an image of Black Noir, like a screenshot of him on the show. You can clearly see it's not that big, so I think there probably could have been a little bit of improvement on that. It doesn't take away from the figure. I just think it's kind of funny because it's just very prominent. But anyways, whatever. Let's take a look at his accessories first. So he does come with 2 additional sets of hands. You have the fisted ones right here, and you have these gripping hands, and they're meant to grip these 2 knives. All right, now let's take a look at the figure itself, and we'll get started with the head sculpt first. And I don't know if it's just my figure, because I checked the box art and the promo images, but the head sculpt on mine has a couple scratches on the top, and I don't know if that's how it's meant to be, but if it's not, that's cool, because it's one of those unfortunate accidents in production that ended up being a good thing, because it kind of adds more dimension to the head sculpt, in my opinion. Now, we'll take a look at the rest of the figure. I love the sculpting of this. I think NECA did a fantastic job. You definitely see the details, the intricate patterns on there. You can see the little knives buried within his arm right there on the sides. And then another place you can see that is on the back, which I really like. I like that attention to detail, getting it accurate to what we saw on the show. You see all the pattern going through. It's a pretty plain color scheme. I mean, he's just painted black throughout. But I think they did a fantastic job with that. And then if you zoom in closely here, you can see the textured pattern on his chest as well. And then when it comes to articulation, I was fairly impressed. And here's the cool thing. The figure does have a diaphragm cut, so you do get a nice range of motion in that aspect, but also you get a waist swivel as well. So in that same vein, you can have the waist swivel and the diaphragm cut. So I think that's a fantastic job on NECA's part in implementing the articulation on here. They're single jointed elbows, but it's still cool because you still get about 90 degrees, a little bit better than that actually on the arms. And then on the knees, they are single jointed, but like I mentioned before, you still get a nice range of motion on there. All right, now we're going to jump right into size comparisons. And first size comparison, here's Black Noir standing next to the only other 2 figures we've gotten so far from NECA, from the Boys. From the 7, we have Starlight and Homelander. And I guess in terms of scaling, I think Black Noir is a little bit too tall compared to Homelander, or Homelander is just too short, because I believe they're either the same height or Homelander might be slightly taller. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Next size comparison, here's Black Noir standing next to a couple other NECA figures in my collection. We have the 89 Batman and the Batman Begins Batman. Next size comparison, here's Black Noir standing next to a couple Hasbro figures. We have the Hasbro Marvel Legends movie Deadpool and the Hasbro G.I. Joe Classified Snake Eyes from the Snake Eyes movie. And because I haven't done this in a long ass time, it's time for a random ass size comparison. Here's Black Noir standing next to a couple McFarlane toys, My Hero Academia figures. We have Deku, Not Todoroki, and Ochako, My Shitten Heart. So my real thoughts on the figure is I think it's good. there really isn't much in terms of paint applications to really wow you in the figure because the suit's pretty basic, but I think NECA did a fantastic job sculpting it, and the intricate details on the suit, like the small stuff like the 3 knives on his shins, that's a nice touch on there, and then the other knives on the back of his back, I guess. But the only thing is that crotch piece just takes away a little bit from the figure, honestly. It's well sculpted, and I love the rubber material they used for articulation because it makes it a lot easier to pose around. But that crotch piece just takes a little bit away in my opinion. But before I close out this video, I do also want to point out NECA does a fantastic job showcasing, who brought this figure together, like who was in charge of photography, sculpting, and all that stuff. I do want to give them a special shout out. We have the owner of NECA and director Randy Falk, sculpting by Thomas Gwynn, paint by John Wardell and Jeffrey Trapp, prototypes by TrueCast, photography by Steven Mazurek, hope I pronounced that right, and then packaging by Chris Longo. So shout outs to them. My honest opinion, I think what NECA's going to do is they're going to kind of fill out the rest of the team of the 7, and then after that, we'll start getting slowly like Billy Butcher and the other castmates like Huey. But I'm excited. I'm excited to keep filling out the rest of the team because these things look great on my shelves, and I also like the box art. I don't really keep many boxes from retail figures or like mass release figures, but I do keep the NECA packaging because I love the attention to detail and the effort put in on the box art. But yeah, sound off in the comments below, YouTubers. We'd be picking this up, and it is available on Target's website. I'll leave the link in the description below. And like always, if you like what you see, be sure to hit that like button. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here's Black Noir out of the box. Oh, fuck.